Hello, welcome to Bright Excel Campus. In this short video tutorial, I would like to talk about one useful feature which is rarely used in Microsoft Word, that is MailMage. What is MailMage? MailMage is a feature in Microsoft Word that enables a user to send a document to multiple recipients. It could be an invitation letter, it could be a label or envelopes customized for each recipient. For you to use MailMage effectively, you must have your document and your mailing list. And usually it is very helpful to create a table in Microsoft Excel. Have a table of your recipients as your mailing list, and then have your document, could be a letter. As in this case, we are going to use a dummy invitation letter, and we would like to customize the dummy invitation letter to the recipients in the mailing list. What Word will do, we only have one letter, and then it will customize it for each recipient. There is no longer need in Microsoft Word processing where you always have to have the same letter, then write a new recipient, print, delete, and then type in a new recipient. Why not allow MailMage to do that for you? So in this video tutorial, let me show you how you can use Microsoft Word feature of MailMage. To start with, you must have a mailing list. In Microsoft Excel, it's useful because you can have 30 names, 50 names that you want Microsoft Word to customize in the invitation letter that we have. Let's see how it is done. In our example, we are going to send an invitation letter to multiple recipients to attend a dummy congress. And we are going to use MailMage in Microsoft Word to help us customize the invitation letter for each recipient in our mailing list. Our recipient list is already created in Microsoft Excel in a table. So we are now ready to use the MailMage feature of Microsoft Word. First things first. In the ribbon, we go to Mailings, the Mailings tab. We have File, Home, Insert, Design, Layout, Reference, Mailings. You click Mailings. Now, when you click Mailings, under the Mailings tab, go and click the icon that is written with the caption Start MailMage. Open the drop-down arrow and select Step-by-Step MailMage Wizard. Click it. On your right pane of your document, you will find MailMage Wizard now visible. So it says select document type. You can select a letter, letters, email, envelopes, labels, directory. But in this case, since we are sending an invitation letter, we'll leave it at letters. And below there, where it says step 1 of 6, in the next, click next to start your document. After clicking next, it is asking, are you going to start from a template or start from existing document, or use the current document, the document that is open. As for me, I'll use the document that is open. That's the current document. Unless it's not open, then you start with existing document, meaning that you go to find your document and open it. But in our case, now we're using the current document that is open. So I'll select and leave it at use the current document. Then I'll go to next. When you click next, now MailMage is asking select recipients. You have options on the right, on your right pane, on the MailMage dialog on the right pane, where you have use an existing list, select from Outlook contacts, or type a new list. You can actually type a new list as an option. You click type a new list, and below the type a new list is create. Then you can click create and start typing your recipients. But that will still defeat the whole purpose, because you have to start retyping. In our case, we are going to use an existing list, because your list may have 50 recipients, 100 recipients. So, and you already have in a mailing list, already in a table. Like in our case, you just select use an existing list and then browse. Under use an existing list, you'll find browse. Open browse. Now you've got to find your list, your mailing list. So I have my mailing list, my address book. I select that workbook, and then it will show me that your list is in sheet number 1. Confirm, yeah, yes, and I will click OK, and it will open. This is what is in my Excel table as my mailing list. In the mailing list, you have options to remove anyone you don't want to receive your invitation by unchecking against their names. But in this case, I need all the recipients. If I'm satisfied, I click OK. I have selected, and my list appears now under the existing list, sheet 1 in address book, as an Excel table in the address book workbook. So after that, you go back to your wizard below here. It says now write your letter. You click next. Now your letter is already here. All it is asking is where you're going to have your address block and your greeting line. So I'll click where I would like my, I'll click and place my cursor where I want the address part of the letter is going to be placed. And I'll go to address book, underwrite your letter. In the MailMage wizard, I select address book. So before I click OK, there are templates of how the address, the name, the recipient will appear, the format. So you can scroll through and find something that you find suitable. So in my case, I want a name that has a title, Mr., Dr., and so on and so forth. And then I'll click OK if I'm satisfied that this is the way I want my recipient and their address to appear. Then I'll click OK. And it will indicate that the address block will appear here. Now I come to the greeting line. I click and place the cursor where I want the greeting line to be. And I select greeting line. and shows me options of how the greeting line will appear. Dear sir or madam, or to whom it may concern, and the like. It also has an option as to which punctuation mark I will use in the address line, whether it's a comma, colon, or none. I'll leave it at comma, and it shows me below here how the address line will appear. When I'm satisfied, I'll click OK. Having done that, I'll click Next. Under the steps 4 of 6, I'll click Next, which is Preview your letters. So this is how my letter will appear for each recipient. If I want to remove a space there, probably another space, I can, just to ensure that my letter, my invitation letter looks neat. So, because I'm now in the preview mode, under the Your Mailings tab, you'll find where it says Preview Results. So you can scroll through the numbers and it will show you how each recipient will appear. Next. So you have all your recipients, the recipient name, address, even the greeting line. Having done that and you're satisfied, then you go to your mail merge wizard under the steps. Next, it says complete the merge. And your merge is complete. You can now go and select print. So when you select print itself, a mail to printer dialog opens where you decide if you're going to print all records for each recipient. You just select all. Or you just want to say, I want a current record, or from record number so-and-so to so-and-so. But in our case, we want to print all the records for each recipient. And you click OK. And your printer options come, and you select your printer and click Print, and each recipient invitation letter will be printed, customized by the recipient's contacts, addresses, and the names. And you are done. I hope that is clear and helpful. Stop deleting, typing new names, deleting. It takes a whole lot of time. Use MailMage to make your life in sending invitation letters or any type of letters to multiple recipients using MailMage.